because as you guys know, I got trees surrounding me everywhere in all directions. And it kept dropping. It kept dropping. It kept dropping. So I moved it from over there to over here on this side where there's a little bit more open airspace. And it still keeps dropping periodically. On the statistics thing here, it's very, very fast internet, but it keeps getting obstructed. It keeps saying obstructed, obstructed, obstructed. Obstructed, obstructed, obstructed. Every so couple minutes, even several times within the same minute, it's saying obstructed, unknown outage. And that's because of the trees. But when we got some internet, baby, we got some internet. It's like 300 and something megabits per second for the most part. And, I'm thankful for that. But when we drop, we drop. So if we're doing a live stream at 7:30 right now, seems okay for now. It's a mill. Appreciate that. All right. So it's looking okay for now. I'm going to come on here a lot more and I could start walking throughout the property. And I also had I got this other camera thing that I try to set up with the live stream, but it seems like that wasn't connecting. Sound is very good as well. And thank you. I need to get if that's the case, then I might not even need to get a microphone. I couldn't find one of those. They had a Home Depot. See, you got to go across the border. We don't have any big box office stores here. No Lowe's, no Home Depots, Walmarts, none of that stuff. So you got to go across the border to Mexico or Guatemala. Get across the border. This is my first time over there in Chetumal. They got a Home Depot. They have Liverpool is where I got my device from. They had an Office Max, although they didn't have anything in there that I was looking for. They didn't have any microphones for like podcasting or, doing videos like this, which is the next purchase for me, as well as a desk. I have to get a desk and a comfortable chair, so I can start to do my thing here. I really want to get this thing going. But I'm glad to hear that the Starlink test is going well. I'm glad you guys can hear really well. And, this is something that I'd like to get carried out. But I have to get some trees cut from around the house within like a 50 feet distance from my house, 50 feet out all the way around. And then I'll put the actual satellite on the roof, because right now it's on the ground right down here plugged in. But I'll get it put in on the roof. It's like a long Ethernet cord they provided. So I was able to kind of get it out from the house because the trees are like right here. But we got it pointing that way, east, towards the sea. And we're gonna see how that works, moving forward. But yeah, I'm appreciative. It's been a long time coming. I've been procrastinating going to Mexico. And at first I thought I was gonna have to get it from the States, but they had it right across the border. And thankfully I did get it from across the border, because every 60 days, what happens here is, since it's not allowed here in this country, every 60 days, they shut it down. Every 60 days, they shut down the Starlink device. So before that happens, I have to drive back up to the border, which is about 3 or 4 hours. Every 60 days, I have to drive back up there so it resets by itself. If I don't wait 58 days, then I have to, if I don't do it before the 60 days, then I have to go to that address that I provided to the Starlink app, which is in Mexico. The address that I provided for this Starlink device is in Mexico, because it's not allowed here in Belize unless you get permission from the government. And even with the permission from the government, Starlink still shuts it down every 60 days because it's not permissible here. So because I don't want it to get shut down, I have to go across the border or right there near the border so it reboots. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of looks like I'm right there in that particular radius of where the house is. And if I don't go up there within that, then it shuts down. And then I have to wait like 72 hours for it to kick back on. But I have to be up there, so before the 60 days, it's ridiculous. But before the 60 days, I'm going to go up there on day 58. So I got it on January 2nd. So I'm going to go up there at the end of February, just to be safe, drive up there, let it reboot, and then drive back down. I'd rather deal with this than to be dealing with that little hot spot that I had from the place here, which was okay. You know, when you're in the trees here like this, it's okay. But in order to do live streams, it would have been just buffering, and I get to breathe a little bit now. You know, I think it's like 2,000 pesos per month for me to pay for this service. I don't know what that is in US dollars, maybe 115 US dollars a month. So I don't know if I want to keep my phone service from the US. I don't really know what to do, you know, because it's just like a lot of things that are adding up. I got the phone bill, which is 100 and something dollars, $132 a month from the US. It's unlimited, it's international. I have the little black hotspot here from this country. That's about 55 US a month, you know. And now I have Starlink, and that's 2,000 pesos a month. So something has to go. I don't want to pay for all this shit for nothing. I mean, you know, that money could be used for other purposes. So I don't know what to do. I don't know if I should just get rid of the little, but the little hotspot thing is good for when I'm traveling around and I don't get services as well in areas, and that way I don't have to utilize my cellular data. Although I think they give you like 18 gigabytes a month for free here for high-speed internet, and then once that's over with, then it goes to like 3G, which is small. But I'm here most of the time at the house, and I think the next thing is to kind of walk through the property to see how far I could walk, you know, to the front and the back without the service being altered or interrupted. You know, this is going to be a 111 in US dollars. Yes, that's okay. That's the peso amounts. Oh yeah, that's what I'm paying per month for this high-speed Wi-Fi internet, which I must say, it's worth it. You know, up until then, I was kind of really off grid. I didn't really have any. Although I did have that hotspot, I don't know how much of that was. You know, it was okay. You know, when it rained, it seemed to be really lagging. You know. But nah, I appreciate y'all insight. I really do. I'll come back here on it. It's early here. It's 6:31. We're on Central Standard Time, which is another interesting thing. When I crossed the border to Mexico, the time jumped an hour just to cross the border. So it jumped forward an hour. So I think it jumped on US time, Eastern Standard Time in Mexico, just across the border in Chetumal. So 6:32 here AM. But as soon as you cross the border, it's 7:32. It's weird. But no. All right, man. I appreciate y'all for chopping in with me and let me know what was going on with the system. No log yet. That sucks. Appreciate you, Ishamil, Joe Shelton. This has been good. I'm loving the streaming. All right. Well, I'm going to get my day started and going at 6:30. Appreciate y'all for tapping in. This is See Thy Wealth. Water your health. Drink a glass of water.